Hi.
Hello everyone, Native English
Video Dictionary.
Hello everyone, I'm Eliseo, and I'm a native English speaker from California, USA. This video is made exclusively for Native English Video Dictionary. The word we're going to learn today is step in. Step in is a phrasal verb. A phrasal verb is a verb. Remember, a verb is an action when we do something, and a phrasal verb is a verb that consists of two or more words put together and they make a new verb. So step in means to become involved in a difficult situation or argument in order to help find a solution. Or in other words, just to become involved. Step in. That is a phrasal verb. We have two words we put together and now we make a new verb, step in. Let's look at some examples of how we can use step in a sentence. An outside buyer stepped in to save the company from bankruptcy. So we have a company that is going bankrupt and we have this outside buyer become involved, step in to help them out. Step in, become involved. When the teacher got sick, the teacher's assistant stepped in to lead the class. Here we have a very difficult situation. The teacher is sick. The teacher has a class that is unruly. And now we have the teacher assistant become involved and help out. She stepped in to defend her team from unfair criticism. Here we have a difficult situation, a team that is being criticized, made fun of, bullied, and then we have the woman, she, become involved and defend them. Stepped in. After the disaster of the hurricane, many local charities and citizens stepped in to rebuild the community. So here we have a very difficult situation. A hurricane has devastated the community, and now we have a certain group of people and NGOs and charities become involved, stepped in, or step in to help out. So remember, step in, to make it easy to understand, means to become involved when the situation is difficult. Now, let's look at a couple of synonyms. And remember, synonyms are words that mean about the same. Okay, so let's look at a couple of synonyms. We have intervene, chip in. Chip in is actually another phrasal verb, an example of a phrasal verb, chip in. Intercede, take action. Take action is another example of a phrasal verb. Lend a hand, also a phrasal verb. Mediate, negotiate. And all of these synonyms, these adjectives or phrasal, or not adjectives, phrasal verbs are very similar in meaning to step in, to become involved. Now let's try to use some of these verbs in the sentences that I gave before. An outside buyer intervened to save the company from bankruptcy. Now remember, intervene is very similar to the word become involved. When the teacher got sick, the teacher's assistant chipped in to lead the class. That means the teacher's assistant helped out, became involved. She interceded to defend her team from unfair criticism. Intercede means to become involved, to step in. After the disaster of the hurricane, many charities and local citizens lent a hand to rebuild the community. Lend a hand, to become involved, to step in. Now, let's look at a couple of antonyms of the word step in. Remember, antonyms are words that mean the opposite. So, examples of this might be abandon, to leave, or to wash hands. Wash your hands of. That means to step away, to abandon. Let's try to use some of these antonyms in some of these sentences. After the disaster of the hurricane, many local charities and citizens abandoned the rebuild process. That means they didn't become involved. They stopped helping out. Let's try to use the word leave. She left her team and didn't defend them from the unfair criticism. That is to not step in. That is to abandon, to wash your hands of, not become involved. Thank you for listening today.